Okay, and I have to put a screen on. Wait, one moment. Ah, wait, no, it's not working in the way I thought. Wait, oh yeah, let's go. Yeah, okay, hello everybody. So this is also on YouTube now. It's a new thing with the live meetings. We are having a Zoom meeting, so if you want to join, you can look at my website, roes.com, and you can join the meeting. There's a link. If you can also look at YouTube, but then there's no possibility to ask questions or say anything. Okay, This is this is a meeting about non-duality. Non-duality. Wait, there's somebody who's. Hugo, can you mute yourself?
Yep.
It's, okay, thanks. So, what can we say about non-duality? Non-duality is just a word. It doesn't mean anything. It just means not true, but whatever. Life is what it is. That's the only thing, and that's very, very simple. Life is so immediate, simple, and ordinary. And we are so used to, because we can abstract and see time and distance and feel like I'm here and this is my life, that it seems like there's a whole story going on, and the whole story is happening to me. There's something going on. There was a yesterday and a tomorrow and a future, and there's something going on, and I have to deal with it. I have to take the right decisions, and this is right and this is wrong. Am I good enough? Can I do it? All that. A lot of a lot of thoughts about what to do can come. And this saying no, there's only what is. There can be thoughts, but nothing has any meaning. And when there's me, I'm here. This is my life. I'm going to a certain place, and there are circumstances, and I have to deal with that. They are happening to me. This is a feeling. This is my feeling. This is an awful feeling. Where does it come from? And all that. Everything is exactly what it is, complete, ordinary, and without any meaning. And that's strange, because when there's me, everything has a meaning. Everything seems important or not important, serious or not serious. I have to take care or responsibility. I don't want to. Life doesn't see anyone. There is no someone. There is no individual, no one inside that body. There's even no inside, but already there's no one. So that what is happening is that face and streets and bodies and feelings and sounds. It doesn't go anywhere. There's no time. There is no time. There's only time in the story, because we can we seems to have memories, and seems like there's something happening before. There's this. It's new. There was nothing before. It's new. Without meaning, it's exactly what it is. So there's no story. Only in the dream. Only in the feeling and the belief I am here and I'm living my life. Then there's a story of me. But it's a dream. There is no story. It's not real. Nothing is real. It's an appearance of energy. It seems to be bodies and streets and all that. It doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't go anywhere. And that's the freedom. It's already exactly what it is. There's nowhere to go. There's no need to change anything. Even already the thoughts, there can be a lot of thoughts about, but I don't understand, I don't have that and all that. Those thoughts can happen, but also that doesn't have meaning. Thoughts are thoughts. That's it. They don't happen to you. They don't have a meaning for you. It's thoughts. The thoughts can happen. Feelings. Feelings are not inside of the body. There is no inside or outside. That's what we can abstract. We imagine that there's an inside and outside. There is what is. We're so used to time and distance and before and here and there. And the story still goes on. They're still saying here and there and I'm hungry and all that. But it doesn't mean anything. It's not important. It's just meaning like I'm hungry, I want to eat, and maybe there's food or not. I don't know. But the importance is lost. That's more it. And then it's such a freedom because everything is exactly what it is. There's no right, there's no wrong, there's no good, there's no bad. It's exactly what it is. Not saying that to yourself because that's also I hear people say that, oh yeah, it is what it is, it is what it is. Saying that to yourself, it seems like a new way to deal with circumstances who are difficult or you don't like that. It's not even saying that to yourself, it's exactly that what is happening. So it's very simple and ordinary. There's no one to want anything, there's no one doing anything. It's happening. It's already happening. There's no one doing that. It's energy going in a certain way. That's the simplicity. And there can be questions about the story, and we can talk about that because that's so convincing and so embodied can be that idea of feeling that there's something going on. It's even not about clarity. There can be a lot of explaining and making it very clear what's going on and how it's working and know me and there's nothing happening. It doesn't matter if it's clear or not. That's also very strange because the understanding or the being clear can be very, very uplifting and feeling like, oh God, this is amazing. It's like that. It's so crystal clear, somebody said. It's so clear. And then there are feelings like "Ruh," coming. And then there's like, oh, where is that being clear? And then you don't want that feeling maybe or something is going on, so still suddenly me is still going on and wanting something else. So we can talk about anything, feelings maybe, or relations. There's also a lot of things going on about relation in the story because relations, everything is a relation. I'm here, there's someone else. How do I deal with that? There's so many ideas how to react on people, or do I do the right thing? It should be like that. It's better to there was somebody saying she doesn't finish her sentences. Yeah, so what? Doesn't matter. It has nothing to do with finishing sentences. It's it's how it's going. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. So there can be not finishing sentences. It can be anything. This is not talking about behavior. It has nothing to do with behavior. It's everything. When it's everything, it's everything. It doesn't matter what it is. That's the completeness. And that's also the freedom that there's nothing more special or better than anything else. It's what it is. That's it. No meaning, no importance, complete as it is. So let's talk about this and we'll see. Maybe you fall asleep. Maybe you'll have a lot of questions. We'll see. This is energetic. This is energetic. So it has nothing to do with the words. It doesn't, there's no need to understand the words. There's no need to follow what's being said. There's no need to agree or not to agree. It's energetic. So this is also when there's a silence, it's still life is everything. So it's doesn't matter if there's a silence or if there's words or there's somebody talking. It doesn't go anywhere. That's amazing. It doesn't go anywhere. It is. And it's everything. So it doesn't matter what it is. That's stunning. There's somebody saying, there's no better moment than this. And it doesn't seem ordinary. Oh, God. It seems special. Sometimes it seems special because it's like, wow. And also, it can be like when you're not used to it, it's like, oh, of course. It's like, oh, it's so ha. But in a way, after you could say after a while, it's also ordinary because it's the only thing there is. It never left, you could say. It never left. It's the only thing there is. But we are so busy trying to change and trying to want things and this should be like that and all that, that it's not even noticed, you could say. Not really noticed, but yeah. Hi dear. It's so crazy. This is unconditional love. And it doesn't matter what it is. That's the unconditional part of it. And life is celebrating. So it's celebrating everything. But celebrating, it's not what I already said. It's not like birthday, like hey, hallelujah. It's whoa, what are we free and all that. Because the freedom is also a feeling of huge pain or sadness or an accident or illness and it's everything. And when they're talking about freedom and being clear and all that, it's sometimes it's forgotten it's about everything because it feels so free and everything is going and wow, yeah. And then suddenly your mum calls and woof, everything's gone or something else. So it's like, oh God, what's going on here? And what did she do? What did she mean? And all the whole story comes back and we're busy in that. So it's not about the freedom or the being clear. It's there's no one. There's no one. And you can't do that. It's the whole concept, the whole beliefs about being someone, the whole identity about what's important and what what do I do in my life and see what I'm doing and all that. It's completely lost. Yeah. Meaning of life can be lost. And it can be a bit scary if there isn't anyone. And that's also like there can be a lot of longing about, oh, I want to be no one and all that. And there can be a fear also because there's a lot of ideas about what will go on and like a dark hole, or we can't even imagine what that is. And so there's no knowing. And when there's no knowing, there's can be a fear of, oh, what will happen? Because you not feel like wanting to be safe, maybe, or knowing has also something about safety. And then it's free fall. It's you don't know anything. But the funny thing is, I can tell there's nothing to be fear. To be how do you say how to be fear? To feel fear. It's because it's already. It's not different than what's already going on. We have so many ideas of how it should be because we're so busy trying to focus, trying to make it work, trying to do and all that. That seems to be the most important. Like, I'm in control, I'm doing it. And here there's no control and there's no one. And it feels like, oh my God, maybe everything goes wrong and what will happen and all that. The strange thing is that whole idea about having control and being responsible and it's your doing and all that is a dream. It can be there. There's nothing wrong or right with it, but it doesn't have any power. It never had. But we're so believing in that power and in that whole story that it seems like that's my identity and that's me doing it. Life is already going without that or with that. It doesn't matter. It has no difference. But it seems the most important thing of everything. It's not. There's when that whole story is going on, there's a fear also for awful feelings or accident or illness or it goes wrong and all that because there's an idea about and then drive to feel good about yourself or about what's going on. And this is the loss about feeling good or bad. It's a feeling can be there. Has nothing to do with you. So that whole idea of how to feel good about my life and that drive is gone. And there's, oh, it's what it is. So it's not awful or nice, it's what it is. Hmm.
Thanks, Rose.
Hey,
Hey,
hey.
I'm going to the sea.
Oh,
I see you tomorrow. Love you.
okay, okay, bye. Mhm. This is not knowing I am no one. It's more like there's there is nothing going on knowing I'm someone. So that that's lost. But there's not a being sure there's no one or all that. No, there's nothing going on. Just living, just walking, sitting, talking. It's going by itself already. So yeah. Mm. Some people think it's boring when there's a silence, because me like to be entertained and trying to get it more clear, or hearing words like, oh wow, yeah, I never saw it like that. Oh wow, and all that. And when there's a silence, it's more like, oh, yeah, and then maybe everything goes on. Or not. Maybe it's like, oh. So if there's a storytelling going on, isn't it the way of anything? I imagine a swap. If thoughts would go, beingness could arise. No, beingness is being. Being is the only thing there is. So there's not beingness. I don't know what that means. When there's a storytelling, there can be a lot of thoughts going on about a story that can go on. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have any meaning, but it's taken home. You could say in the story, it's taken home and feels like it's important, or what's going on and all that. So there's something like that. But thoughts still go on. When it's everything, then also thoughts can go on, or even stories can go on. Not very long, because it's not really so much. It can't go on very long and very taken home, or that doesn't. It doesn't happen. It's not that I'm not doing that. It's just lost the interest, or I don't know. It's just not taking it home. When when that whole thing that stopped, and it was like a month later, and the thoughts came back and the tension came back. And I thought, oh, and I was used, the brain can be used to get all that around. It's such a being used to that. So it's go round and round and stop and like this and that. And I was used to that and thinking about my thoughts or my feelings and all that. So I was starting to go off. There was the thoughts started to go on, and about the feeling or the tension there was. And it stopped. But I didn't realize it. But when thoughts stop, it's just you think you forget about what was going on. So there's nothing going on. There are no thoughts. There are a lot of times of the day there can be no thoughts. There's nothing going on. There's walking or cooking or whatever. And then suddenly there's something going on, or suddenly there's a lot of thoughts, or there's something going on. It seems like in the circumstances. So there's a lot of thoughts coming and all that, and then it's just taken home, and there's me like, oh, what is going on and why is this and all that. And then that's the me construct is that's taken home, and it's about there's something wrong and I should make it right. When that is lost, that there's something wrong, there's nothing to make right. But that's so convincing that there's something missing or there's something wrong. It's so embodied, so the normal way seems to be the normal way. No, it isn't. There's nothing wrong. Also, thoughts can happen, yeah? Doesn't matter. There can be also a panic going on. There can be. And after a while it's gone, yeah? So, yeah, anything can happen. Everything. We have ideas when there's me going on, how it would be without me. Because you think like, oh, I have too much thought. Oh, that would be a freedom, no thoughts anymore. Or there would be a freedom, no problems anymore. Or maybe the body is working better. Or all those ideas about how it would be. It's very disappointing. There will be no change in a way. And it's like, it's so the normal, it's already. The only thing what you could say what is lost, that idea, and looking at it and thinking there's something wrong. For the rest, everything goes on. There's nothing different in that way, you could say, because everything is changing. So, but yeah, it's very normal. It's already complete. That's what I think other speakers talk about that too. It's already. So there's nowhere to go. It's already. But when there's that deeply embodied feeling there's something wrong or missing or all that, you can't believe it. It's like, no, this can't be it because, and then there's a lot of ideas and things going on. Yes, it is. It's already, it's everything. It can't be not everything. It's thoughting, it's thoughts, it's the wall, it's that is the energy. It's life. But we think it's about us in this body. It's about me and it's happening to me and how can I do it? No. That whole idea of that the body is mine and the thoughts and the feelings are mine and it's happening here inside, that's the misunderstanding. Nothing is mine. There is no one. There never has been someone. But without someone, everything still goes on. You're still crossing the street, left, right, oh, still going. Yeah. Sometimes not, maybe. Yeah. Well, it's the same. In that way, it's the same. But we think we do it. That's lost. Yeah. Me wants, always wants something to do. There can be, what can I do? What can I not do? What is, how can I do this? Oh, something. Because when there's nothing in your hand, it's like there's no answer. It's like, oh, what's going on? And the understanding is not so much theirs, maybe, or it is, and then there's no answers, and and you're getting nowhere, and it's like, but, and then after a while, it's like giving up because it isn't confirmed what's being done all the time. So it's can fall apart sometimes. All those ideas about I have to, the drive. Mm. Doesn't need to. There's somebody saying, you told a story recently about a moment when you felt like I can't do it in the context of work or going to work. What happened afterwards? Ah, did I say something about going to work? I can't even remember. Hmm. I don't know what you're talking about. What moment do you mean? The context of work or going to work? What what I remember, what I was telling this in this meeting is about the moment I was somewhere in a sauna, but it doesn't matter. It's like somewhere being busy with myself and sitting there and being busy with thoughts and what were coming and how do I feel and all that, and suddenly that stopped. And there was some moment that everything was so clear about life and everything, but that fell away too. And then after a while, then it was also very clear that there was no one and there never was and all that. But that clarity fell away and yeah, I just went out and um, just lived on. And then after, I don't know, a month or 2 months, then there was a tension coming back. And I realized, oh, before there was no tension, but there was a tension coming back and trying to deal with it. But that didn't work anymore. I didn't know what to do. I forgot how to do that. Yeah. And then it was the brain still was going on with those ideas because that was how it was used to do it. And after a while, there was nothing going on like taking it home or doing something with it. So it was lost. And then it's more like later on, and not in that year, but I think many years later, it was more like, oh, there there's no need for all that being busy with myself and all that dealing with anything. There's no need for that. It doesn't matter. It can be, and it can be a lot of thoughts and being busy or not. It doesn't have any meaning. It doesn't bring anything special or better. And that was what I was thinking. So that whole belief about being busy with myself and dealing with life was completely lost. But it was so ordinary and normal, it doesn't feel like there's something lost. It doesn't feel like, oh, this is so free. It doesn't feel like anything. It is normal. But maybe I forget, or was that somebody said to me, you forget, I forget. How do you say that? That being busy with that all day, that was what I had and what is not happening anymore. But when it's not there, you forget it was there. When something is lost, you forget it was there. So it's very normal not to be busy with everything during the day. Well, it's not noticed or realized that that's going on. So it's very normal. There's no awareness. There's no noticing of what's going on. That's lost too. There's nothing busy with what's going on. It's not that I don't do that. It's just not there. There's only talking about that in these meetings, but normally there's nothing going on about that. habits can still go on. That was funny because there can be some habits they don't mean anything. Some habits are really not very strong. But I was this morning. I was with my daughter, and she said, "You never finished your glass of coffee, and there's always a bit left. And when there's a plate, there's always a bit left." And I was like, I didn't realize, but yeah, that's like that. So maybe I learned that when I was young. I don't know. So that still goes on. So there can be some habits still which are silly. What? So what? Nothing matters because it doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't. Life doesn't mean anything. It's it's exactly what it is. So there's that, and there's no time. So it's new. So there can be a remembering of what's going on. Well, even the meaning of what's going on is lost. What is the meaning of life? There can be ideas about that, but it's only ideas or information. Yeah, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Yeah, so so it's very simple and direct also. Somebody's saying, what also seems always going on is trying to understand and recognize. Yeah, it can be so strong. It seems like then, maybe then, there can be something else because there's looking for something else. So trying to understand or recognize is maybe a way to have a better life somewhere. It's so strong. It's so, yeah, human in a way, you could say. Yeah. And hearing it's already, that's so confusing because it seems like no, because I don't understand and I don't have that. I couldn't say the same things. No, but it has nothing to do with if you can talk about this or not. It has nothing to do with being clear. When it's everything. So exactly how it is. Well, it's like so amazing because there's a longing for that there's unconditional love. And hearing it's everything, we are so into, yes, something is love and something is, no, that can't be love. That's so awful. So we're into that love, that personal love. And unconditional love of life has nothing to do with the feeling or right and wrong or good and bad. It has nothing to do with that. Everything is life. So it is that unconditional love. That is life already. And we think, yeah, we are a part of it and we are here. So we are separate from that one, like everything. So there's me. And how can I deal with everything? Because there's something gone wrong and I have to make it right. So what do I do? And then the whole story. But it's so convincing. It's so, so convincing. And then there's a ringing a bell of something, there's something else. There's somewhere recognizing, maybe not in words or in being clear, but somewhere there's something going on like, oh, there's another possibility. There's something else, of course. So there's coming in this or other meetings about this and hearing this, but you don't know what this is and means, but it doesn't matter. There's nothing wrong with the trying to work it out. I know I don't need to do it, but it's so strong I have to do it. Then that's what's going on. That life is going on. There's nothing wrong with that. That's because that seems to in the same story. Then there's something like, oh, I don't need to work it out, but I'm still doing it. Oh God. Then working out that whole lot of thoughts, being busy with that, is what's happening. That's the energy. It's just that energy. There's nothing wrong with that energy or right. It's just what's going on. Nothing matters is unconditional love. Yeah. And it's a funny thing, nothing matters, because it can also easily be mistaken by saying that to yourself, like, oh, nothing matters, I don't care. And then it's subtly becoming something to deal with life. So it's, well, in a way, of course, nothing matters because it's everything. It's already everything. So it doesn't matter what it is. Everything is that unconditional love. Yeah. And there's that looking at it. And when there's a looking at it, it's like a divider. Like, oh, this is right. Oh no, she shouldn't that say that. Oh no, how is she looking? Oh, that doesn't look like it's nice. And all there's so much going on, like right and wrong and nice and awful and all that. When that's lost, it's what it is. It's very neutral. It doesn't mean it's like, wow, hallelujah. It's everything. So there can be or tiredness or anything. It's what it is in life, lying in the hospital or anything, headache, wall, seeing birds. I don't know, something. The street. It's very neutral. Life is neutral. Mm.
Hey, Rose.
Hello.
Hello. It's my favorite activity to say I don't care, and then immediately after that, caring a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, of
My
course. Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. It's funny to do that. Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing gets on my nerves more than just having to do stuff. I mean, having to do stuff. And it's like it can't help itself, Like you just
Mm,
have to do and you want to sit there. And then I had a moment a couple weeks ago where it was like watching myself doing it, but it
mm.
was like doing, I don't know, it was very strange, but I was like, I can't believe this. I was like, it's just doing it. Why is it
Yeah.
doing that?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, it's just doing. Oh, what's going on here? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's so exhausting, like when it's such a contraction, because you just keep going.
Yeah, but
Oh,
it's not about that keeping going because that can happen. But it's also the idea that it should be like that. Oh, I shouldn't do that, and all that on top of it also. Oh my God, that's even more exhausting. Yeah, all those ideas about should and shouldn't.
yeah, of
Oh
course.
my God. Yeah,
Yeah, of course. Your whole life, and embedded
yeah,
into that brain. Yeah. Now you have priorities and standards to
yeah. Of
judge.
course. Yeah. God, and that changing and people say differences and yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah. And my all-time favorite is I know it's gonna be that. I'm like,
Mm.
well, yeah. I was like, well, I don't know. So
Yeah. We're not used to not knowing that most people
Mm-mm-mm.
don't like that.
Yeah, it's like a norm here now. So when I hear that people are very confident in knowing, I'm like, no,
Yeah.
that sounds really weird,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
right? Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's different. It used to be like, yeah, I definitely know and trust, and then
Yeah, yeah.
you
It's
know,
not that important anymore, so there's something
yeah,
else going on. Mm.
or especially like understanding that there's no one and kind of seeing there's no control at all, and then you realize that your parents had no idea what they were doing. It just
Of
oh.
course. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's just going and yeah.
It's very interesting how it ties into like an event and says, I feel bad because of this, or I feel good because of this. It's
Yeah.
very, very interesting how fast it does that.
Yeah. It's so fast. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. It just wants to, it's like it wants to talk, like even in conversations, like I notice how people don't even wait for you to finish. They just bet right away.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Can happen too.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. I love that. I'm like, look at the countdown. Four, three, two, one. I don't even have to finish. They're just gonna go and talk about it and it's gonna be
Mm.
fine. Nobody cares.
Oh. Mm. Yeah, can be.
Oh,
Mm.
very interesting. Very interesting. I had how my cat, he doesn't feel good. He has like a bunch of stuff happening. He's old and he recently had like somewhat of a seizure. And it's interesting because I saw it and at a second I wanted to help, but I walked away and I didn't want to walk away, but I just walked away. And
Mm.
then when I spoke to the doctor, he said, yeah, you can't touch animals when they're having seizures. You have to let it take, its own course, and then you
Mm.
can help them afterwards. But I didn't know
Mm.
that was like a natural reaction.
Mm. But everything is natural in a way. There can also be touching. So what? Yeah. Then there's that. Yeah.
So what?
Yeah. 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 That's the new way. We have to be natural. Oh my God, no.
Oh yeah, yeah. Natural and true to yourself. Your true self.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Now I found out how that's really, oh my God, that's so special. No, it's the same story again. Oh,
It's
mm.
very tricky. Very,
Yeah,
very,
it's
very
so
funny.
tricky.
Yeah,
Yeah,
how it
yeah,
plays with itself.
yeah. It's
Very
very tricky,
interesting.
and it get more like when it's more clear in a way, then it's get
Hmm.
more specific. Yeah, yeah, sure.
It's very cute. It's very cheeky.
Yeah, yeah, cheeky. Yeah, yeah, cheeky. Come on.
Yeah, is
Yeah.
it like it waits? It like, oh, you feel good now? Yeah,
Yeah,
hold on,
okay.
hold on
Oh,
one
come
second.
on. We know something now. Yeah,
Hold on one second. Let me tell you that. Don't you feel
yeah,
that pain in the back of your neck? That could be
yeah,
trouble.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yes, yeah. Mm.
Oh, that was a good laugh. Thank you, Rose.
Yeah, thanks, thanks. Mm. Oh, there's somebody. No one knows there's no one. So how can it ever be said there's no one? Yeah, that's crazy because we're so used to know. When you know, then you can say you sure there is that. And the strange thing is when it's not when there's when that being someone is lost, then it's not a knowing that there's someone, there's no one. There's not a knowing that there's no one. It's more like, how can you know there's someone? How are you sure that there's someone? It's just what's going on. How is there someone? And then there's talking in that way that there's no one. There is no one. It's more. It's not a knowing, and that's funny because that of crazy because that we are so into that being sure. So when I'm saying that she is sure about that, I'm not sure. It's not being sure it's in the talking when there's that energy of being sure. It's different than when there's talking about there's nothing going on and saying there's no one and there's no importance in it. It's different. So this is more energetic. It has nothing to do with knowing. And normally we're so used to being sure. That's there is there is no knowing. It's only not knowing or not knowing. Yeah, how do you say it? Not knowing. Yeah. It's no experience. No, there's no experience. No. That's crazy because that's what we normally feel as that the only thing there is. And then hearing someone saying and talking in a different way, it's like, how's that possible? It can't be like that. Or people say like no awareness. That's not possible that someone is saying there is no awareness. But there is. There is no awareness. No, not. It's not like there's no awareness everywhere, but here, yeah, it's the story of how can you tell? That's the whole being looking at yourself and being busy with yourself. That's lost. It doesn't happen. It didn't come back. You could say, or it's a bit an explanation, trying to explain how that's going. But the experience is also gone. There's no one. So there's that feeling. There can be a feeling, but it's not my feeling. That's it sounds strange. Before I know everything was about my feeling, of course, and it's mine, and that was very obvious. And when that's lost in the years, it's like there's a feeling. It's weird to say it's my feeling. No, it's not mine. It's that feeling. Yeah, that's yeah. But mine, no, that's no. Can't say it's mine. So in that way, it's more. It's not being sure. Maybe that's an explanation. Sometimes there's so much energy leading to restlessness, which seems to want to break out. Increases this search mechanism. Walking or doing sports helps, but it's not always an option. Yeah, but that's the circle of being someone is trying to work it out and being busy with it, and then being so fed up and so much, and then wanting to have peace and nothing, and then maybe going to sport or doing exercises or meditation or anything to break out that whole searching and being busy, and finally find some rest, and then suddenly it goes on. It's like that's the circle. There's yeah, it's how that's going. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't go anywhere. And it seems like when there's being there, there's somewhere there's a feeling of I can do something with it. I have to do can do, how can I stop this? I want something else. That whole story about I want something else, that's what I call me, the me construct. That's there's always looking for something else. This can't be it. This it's not complete as and that all explanation. It is this. So when there's a lot of whir going on, then that's life. Whir, in that way, yeah. So there's nothing right or wrong with that. But we add meaning to it and see it like, oh, it's restless and it should be more peace, and it's like, and there's a lot of meaning and ideas about what's going on. There's maybe a lot of energy going on, yeah. So can happen, and then there's something else. It doesn't go anywhere. It's not wrong. Nothing is wrong. But that's such a strong thing that when there's a certain energy, immediately there's something going on like, oh, what can I do about it? What's going on? And all that, and that idea about I should change and what can I do and all that can be very strong. And that's the exhaustion also. You can't think yourself out of it. What sometimes happens in this kind of meetings that there's there's no answer, there's no clue, there's nowhere to go. So that whole structure, like busy with trying to change and all that, is suddenly not recognized or not confirmed. So then sometimes it falls a bit apart. Sometimes it becomes even stronger. But like, hello, I'm here. It's different. I can't say. That's how it goes. Mhm. And I say, no one. Oh, there's somebody saying no one knows there's no one, so how can it even be said that there's no one? Because it's said by no one. Somebody, oh, that's the answer of somebody said, because it's said by no one. Yeah, how can you explain this? It's energetic. Life appears to per oh my god, difficult word. Life appears to oh my god, how can I explain? Per perpetually I don't know that word. Life appears to perpetually confirm the presence of an individually. I don't know what you mean to say continuously. Life appears to affirm the presence of an individual. But yeah, but when there's me in it, when there's that me construct and being busy with I'm here, I'm this individual, and it's constantly busy with confirming that I'm here. That's me, the construct. It's in all kind of way because it's a survival system. It's just going because there seems to be a whole separation. Suddenly there can be an abstracting, and then suddenly I am here and there's the world, and oh, what's going on? There's a fear going on, and then it seems like there's something going on like I am someone and there's a free will, not in that way exactly, but there's a free will, and there seems to be a way out of that fear of suddenly there's someone, and do I deal with life? Oh, I have a free will, I can do that. So there's trying to do, but the strange thing is when there's someone, there's there's a kind of feeling there's something gone wrong. I'm not good enough, or the world is not good enough. There should be something else. So that whole it's like a coloring. It's seeing everything in that way. So that confirming and being busy, it's constantly busy with confirming and be trying to change and be happy when it's more free, and trying to feel good because it's and there's not because feel trying to feel free and to feel good and not wanting to feel pain. So there's trying to get how to deal with that. It's a constant trying and confirming and busy. And it's a whole construct which doesn't have any power. The strange thing is, and that's when everything is lost, it's suddenly like, oh my God, I was busy all day with everything, trying and all that. And when it's that whole being busy and trying and is not there, there's no change at all. Oh my God, it was just completely useless. And I spent so many hours busy with that and trying and feeling and busy and all of that. It, if I didn't, when it's not there, there's no change. Everything goes on. The walking, the house, everything goes on. It's not me doing that. It's already going. It has nothing to do with that I do that. That's on top of that. It's the idea of people, me, that I am I am responsible of I'm doing it. No, there's no one doing it. It's just going. It's just happening. Apparently also because nothing is real. It's even more because when there's me going on and I'm in this body, then suddenly everything seems also very real and solid. So it makes it even more important to deal with everything because it's so real and happening to me. When that construct isn't there, it's also very obvious, and sometimes even for moments can be there, that nothing is real. It's an appearance. It's energy. It's energy. So circumstances are not real, are not happening to you. It's that energy. And then there's something else and it changes. So there's nowhere to go. There's no continuation. There's nothing happening. There's what is. It's an appear. Also, that pain is also, that's so strange. I never could believe that before, but I can say when there's pain, it's really, it's full on. And somewhere it isn't there. It's crazy. It's an appearance of pain. That doesn't mean it's painful. It's full on, and in the same time, how can you say? There's nothing happening. It's crazy. Love it. Somebody say, love it. Yeah. People say something about yesterday. Say, yeah, yesterday it seems like there was something going on, but so strange today. It seems like it never happened. Ah, there's something going on, but we don't believe that. We think like, ah, that's not true. But it really, yeah, it's like that. No big deal. If you believe it or not believe it, it doesn't matter. But yeah, well, yeah, it's already like that. So in that way, there's no big change, or in that way, no. Mhm. Somebody say, is it not that things do happen, but there is no one to experience it? Um, yeah, there's no one to experience this. Well, things are not real. So circumstances or hands or anything, it's an appearance, it's energy, so it's not real. It's like a mirage, so like that. We 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 are so sure that everything is solid and real, so it makes it very important how to deal with things. But even the body isn't real. For me, it was when that first moment, that was a shock, but I never realized that the body wasn't always there. I was sure the body is always there because I was always there. So, of course, then the body is also always there. And then suddenly there was that, you call that awakening or whatever. But there was some I think even some hours the body wasn't there. I couldn't see the body. There was walking around. No, it was so strange because it's everything did go on and still not seeing the body. When I'm telling it now, it seems so strange to tell because in that, how can you tell that? But at that moment, it was there was such a fear. Also, there was a freedom and a fear going on. Like, oh my God, what's going on here? I want my body back. Something like that. Mm. It's always like that. So there's sometimes they're seeing the body and sometimes not. Yeah. So that's how it goes. But the brain fills in the gap. So it feels like there's a continuation. So that's because otherwise it's losing that safety and that being sure. It's more random. Nothing is sure or solid or safe. It's also not safe.
But Rose, it's very scary, right? It can be very scary.
It can be scary.
Does that go away, or is that like
Yeah,
because you say it's
yeah.
not scary, but it's not
No,
unscary.
no, not at all. Not at all. It's more before. Most of the time is before. We know that in all kind of experiences also that before there's a lot of fear, and then afterwards you think like, what was that? It wasn't that big thing. And it's like the fear of nothing. But it's the funny thing is when it's not going on that whole dream and there's no fear. No, there's no feeling at all.
Hmm. So what is happening then when you say that there's you didn't feel your body, but there's also no
That was a
fear?
moment. That was not the end. That was
Yeah,
more
because that I recognize.
yeah, that
Okay.
was more a moment and for a few hours then the body wasn't there and it came back and I forgot about
Yeah.
it also. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what I know.
Ah, okay.
But
Yeah, yeah,
well,
yeah.
oh, I know.
Yeah, but there can
Uh,
be those moments, those awakening moments that suddenly there's no one and then or there can be nobody or it's all in all different ways can be there. Yeah.
yeah, it's like,
Yeah, sure.
what the fuck is happening?
Yeah. What is this? Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, sure.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Mm.
Rose, could you please talk a little bit about, so you had these moments where you had this, I don't
Mm.
know, awakening, and then,
Mm.
what was it like for you? I don't know, the period between, where the bee completely dropped away.
But there were moments like walking, then suddenly there was walking on the street, and suddenly I felt like, oh, just walking through the streets, through the stones. It was no big deal. It was more like, oh, it's not solid. Oh, funny. And then
Yeah.
something like that. So there were there were also frightening moments. I can remember there was one time there was in the railway station, and I was also walking through. I already knew that, so I was walking through the forest. That wasn't the big deal. But then suddenly everything became apparent, and there was so much freedom. I was like, "Oh no, I want to come back." And then suddenly there was. Oh my God, that was
Yeah.
frightening. Yeah, that was a fear going on like that. It was so
Yeah.
free. It is
Mm.
so, the body can't take that. It's so free. It's like, my
Yeah.
God. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It feels really big. Feels really
Yeah,
big.
yeah. Can be like
Yeah.
that. Whoa, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm, yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Thanks. Mm. There's somebody saying the individual is natural and the apparent falling away is also natural. Yeah, natural. I don't know. I wouldn't say natural. I don't, maybe it's I don't know. It's like the individual, the feeling of I'm here and I'm an individual. It's very normal because you see everywhere it's like that. So it's very human to feel like that. And it's like when it's not so when that whole construct isn't there, it's I wouldn't say natural. I wouldn't even I would more say normal. It's like very normal and very ordinary and not nothing special. And even Rose is not important. So the whole thing about what's going on with Rose and the whole life and it's just not important. It's lost. So it doesn't matter so much. It's more like that. And then somebody say, somebody, you look so much like Jordi I knew in LA. A, like a second, how do you say, like a double ganger? I like a double, like you look like somebody else. Okay, that's funny. Mm. Must be a pretty great guy. Yeah. I will read it. I read everything. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that's funny. Oh, good. Hmm. There's somebody saying, is the falling away of the individual special, not normal? No, it's not special at all. When that, it's not falling. The strange thing is, it's not a falling away. It's like being busy with everything going on, and then suddenly that stops. And there's, for me, it was, for me, it's like in the story, it was a split second of disappointment because I expected like something special, some energetic shift or something. I don't even know what, but it was nothing. It was like, oh, it was already. Oh, yeah, of course. Oh, yeah, I couldn't see. How could I not see that? Well, of course, it was already. So in that way, it's not special at all. No, I maybe I was subtly there was something going on. Like I wanted to be special, so I thought maybe everybody will see that there's no one here, but no, you can't see it. Hmm. And somebody say, does the intensity still change, being more or less real? There can. The strange thing is, and that's weird because there's no time and there's no continuation. But that, in a way, when there's what this is already, I don't know, 10, 12 years ago, or maybe even longer. And in the beginning, I could say I couldn't talk like this. It wasn't that. Maybe it's not even in the beginning it wasn't that obvious, then it became more obvious, you could say, what I remembered about it. And now it's, I wouldn't say it's obvious because it's not even obvious. It's just what it is. So it's less and less special, less, even more normal, like that. It's not even more clear. I wouldn't say. There can be moments suddenly like, that's falling away, and again after that, and then no big deal. So it's not about being clear also. So it's not special. It seems like that because there's giving meetings. Well, it's very normal, normal life, doing shopping and sitting in the garden and just normal, meeting people. There's no comparing going on, and that's what we do. Like, how was it before? How was it like yesterday? And how is it with that person and me? What is the difference and all that? So that's not going on. So a lot of remembering of how it was, it's just gone. So I can't remember so much in that way sometimes. Mm. Yes, someone say, I always think I have destroyed the individual after very strong coffee, but it quickly returns, apparently. Disappointing. Maybe the coffee wasn't strong enough. Oh my God. Which brand do you use? Oh my God, now we're going to talk about coffee.
Rose,
Yeah.
would you say that is Tony Parsons like the only person that you know, visited meetings of and listened to?
Yeah, in the time that I was busy with this, there was only Tony Parsons. There were no other speakers in that way that spoke in that way. In this time, there are more speakers now, but in that time, I don't. There were not other speakers so in that radical way. So I went to Tony. Yeah,
Okay. Do you know Alan Watts by any chance?
I heard of the name. Yeah, I never
Okay.
saw something
Never.
of him.
Okay, never mind then.
Hmm. Yeah. Mhm. My Tony Parsons is Rose. Oh my God. Oh. Mm, mhm. Yeah. Okay, there's another one. Hello, Rose. When there's no one, there are no relationships. There aren't concepts as fidelity and loyalty too. No, there are no concepts about that. No. What is fidelity? I don't even know what it is. There's so many ideas about how you should behave in relationships. That's lost. So they can be saying, you can't do that anymore. And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe. I can't promise. I don't know. So it's very direct. There can be irritation. Doesn't it? It's not like, oh, everybody is unconditional love. I love everybody. No, it's just normal. Can be irritation or people like, what's going on here? Very in that way, it's very normal and direct. But there's no explanation. I don't know why. Well, When there's a relation, there's so much going on. When there's someone there and someone here, there's a lot of concepts and beliefs about behaving. This should be a concept like this, and this is the best way, and you shouldn't. You should be honesty and fidel and loyal. And what is that? You have to do something that I feel good in the end. You have to take care of me. Oh my God, it's endless. It's good to listen. Yeah. It's so freeing that there's no relation. So it's very direct, not busy with what somebody has done. Come on. Yeah. Oh, but not loyalty as a concept, but what is it? What appears? There can be any response. I don't know, but it's just a response like that. How it's going. So it's not being busy with how to deal with that or how to be loyal or all those concepts. They're maybe there are concepts still left. I don't know. Just but it's just what's coming out. It's not being busy with how to relate. No, it's going, but it's like that already. So it's like that already, and then on top of that, we think like, oh, what what she said yesterday, I felt so awful. I have to talk with her because that's what she did. She can't do that, blah, 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 and that whole story, that doesn't go on. But that doesn't mean that maybe there's somebody shouting at me. That can happen. I don't know what the response is. There can be a response or nothing going on, no response. I don't know. I don't know. You don't know. But it's not right or wrong. There's nothing right or wrong. It's not about, and also that feeling of I'm not good enough. That's also, it's not, it's not there. Just not, no, uh, no perspective. No, no. It's just, it's in a way, it's very easy. It's just what's going on. That's already. So there's nothing busy. Well, we are so busy with, yeah, but it should be like that. And is it like this? No, it should be, oh, maybe it should be like that. Isn't that more, you can do more like that? No, it's all that whole being busy with what's going on. That's lost. It's completely unnecessary, unimportant, and it doesn't have any power or anything in it. Well, it seems like the most important thing of the whole day because we are so busy with everything going on and looking at it and thinking like all using all words and making like, oh, what's going on here? That has to do maybe with this and all that. My God, it's amazing how much energy is in that. It's a dream. Underneath that, you could of underneath, well, on the, it's just going maybe or saying that, and then walking, and then it's very simple and ordinary, without reason, without consequences or meaning, and or because of this is that. It's all ideas. It's all filling in about this is because of that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So it's in that way, it's very simple and ordinary and direct and what it is. It doesn't mean it's nice or all that. No, I don't know. You don't know, in a way. Oh, there's a big one. As someone raised by a parent with severe BPD, which where everything is relational, impression, management, control, and then oh my God, there was no buffer between me and the embodied weather of the other. Psychotherapy helped me survive it. But what finally brought ease was not dual awareness and listening to Rose. Or what finally brought ease was non-dual awareness and listening to Rose. Oh, the moment the whole web of interpersonal survival strategies dissolved into simple presence, the spell breaks. Yeah, that shift changes not only my own healing, but how I now hold space in my sessions, less pathologizing, more transpersonal. Okay. Yeah, not making stories of what's going on and having like, oh, there's something because of this, is that. The whole story, when the whole story is gone, it's it's much more easy. Well, it's nothing wrong with the story. There can still going on stories, but nothing is important, and that's already. Everything is exactly what it is. When there's a story, when there's being busy in the story, then there's being busy in the story. Also, that is there's nothing wrong with that. There can be really busy and a lot of energy and really like that. Then then that's the energy of that, yeah, how do you say, that body maybe, or it's that. So there's nothing right, there's nothing wrong. It's exactly what it is. That's complete, because it doesn't go anywhere. That's the joy of life, is that it doesn't go anywhere, it doesn't mean anything. It's just what it is. Rough. I don't know, irritation, walls, anything. It's the sea, it's clouds, it's passion, and that's life. Thank you, thank you. Hmm.
Thank you, Rose.
Oh, I wait. I do the recording.